Hi everyone, I'm back today with another layout. This is going to be a single page layout with sort of a rainy day theme to it. I'm using the Die Cuts with a View 180 Fresh Floral Stack. It has a lot of bright colors and florals because I wanted it to be kind of like a spring shower, bright and happy layout. So I use this for all my pattern papers and then just some regular craft cardstock and some white cardstock. So I'm using 3 paper piecing files, and they're all from Little Scraps of Heaven designs. I'm using the Rainy Day Bear file, I'm using the Happy Sun file, and the Bring on the Rain file. And I'm going to put my paper piecings together on camera. It is, a little bit tricky when you first start working with them, but once you see how they're put together and you practice a couple of times, they start going together very easily. So when I have teddy bears or little people or children, I always like to start with the face first. If you get the face right, it makes all the difference. For my teddy bear, I'm going to use some stamps by Peachy Keen. These are the teddy bear and reindeer face part stamps. And this is a really nice set to use with your paper piecings because it has all of these mix and match stamps, so you can figure out what kind of look you want. You could also sketch, take like a thin black or brown pen and sketch on all these features, but I prefer to stamp them on because I'm a bit of a perfectionist and I like it to look the same every time. So I'm just lining up the little nose parts on the muzzle to figure out which one I want for my teddy bear. And I'm going to use my Close to My Heart dark chocolate ink. That's what I've used to ink the edges of my teddy bear. And I'm just going to stamp on his little mouth. And this has the nose on it as well, but I already have my nose cut out, so I'm just going to lay it over my design. And then I'm also going to give him some little eyebrows because it makes a really big difference. And I usually go about halfway, or I go halfway on the bear, and that's where I have the bottom of the eyebrow, because eyes are about halfway down the face. And it's very faint, but it does add a detail. So that's all for stamping. I'm going to take some liquid glue, and I like to put the muzzle on first, but I only glue the bottom half because I like to tuck my eyes underneath the muzzle, so I don't glue down the whole thing so that I have room to slip them underneath. I actually didn't line that up correctly, so my eyes are actually going to go kind of over my eyebrows, which is fine because then I can just restamp them. And like I said, getting the face correct is the most important part, because if your shoes look a little off or the little outfit is a little wonky, that's fine, but as long as the face looks right, you're good to go. And go ahead and put his nose on. And I'm going to put his hat on just to see where I want everything. It's always good, if you're unsure, just put it together before you glue anything down. It'll help you give you a good idea of where you want everything. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm actually not going to stamp the eyebrows on because his hat's going to cover it anyway. So I'm just going to go with it like that. Gonna use some ATG to put his hat together. Okay, and now that I have my hat, I can tuck his little ears underneath the hat. So there's his little face, so we can start putting his body together. And most of the body is actually the outfit. Got his little raincoat, and he's got little legs, and then his rain galoshes. So I'm going to start by putting his raincoat together. And then I'm going to tilt his head just a little bit, like it is in the picture. And this is where using the grid on your craft mat will come in really handy. Will help you line it up and get the tilt just right. So he'll be holding the umbrella in his hand. So this hand will come around sort of like this. So I will actually wait and put his hand on when I put the umbrella together. Now we can start working on his bottom half. So put his legs together. And they're, in the picture they're spaced apart just a little bit. And then his rain galoshes go on top. And I think I have that one on the wrong side. Now we have the soles of his galoshes. They'll go right on the bottom. Have the little pockets of his raincoat. And then there's like little buckles on his galoshes and then 2 on his coat. So just put those right there. And I inked the teddy bear part in a dark brown ink. And then the dark chocolate accents on the teddy bear are also in the same dark brown ink. And then the outfit is done in a lighter ink because because I didn't want it to be too stark. I just wanted it to help it pop off a little bit. Now we're going to put the umbrella together. This is pretty much, each of the pieces is going to overlap so that the points at the top and the points where the scallop in the umbrella is, both of those points will overlap. So you just kind of move it around and position it until that happens. I just want to do a really thin strip of glue because you don't want to, you just want to kind of barely overlap it. You don't want it to overlap too much because then you lose the shape of your umbrella. Now we have this top piece. And then we have our handle. So I'm going to position the handle and then figure out how this is going to fit on my umbrella. And now I can put his hand on here holding the umbrella. Okay, now our teddy bear is all finished. And now I'm going to put together the Happy Sun. And this is a file that you guys will see me using a lot because I love having suns and clouds and grass on my layouts. Those seem to be staples for me. This one is very quick to put together because it just layers right on top of each, all the pieces layer on top of each other. And then I actually cut two little circles. I just cut these out with my silhouette. It has the basic images in the silhouette. So I cut two tiny circles because I wanted to have the cheeks made out of the same pink paper that I was using in my layout instead of using chalk ink to ink it. So I like having the nose popped up. And then I'm going to put the cheeks on next because my mouth will probably go right on top of the cheeks. then I will tuck my eyes in behind the nose. I'm just going to play around with those until I get them how I want them. And then my mouth. So as you can see, that one goes together much quicker. So now we can start working on the base of our Lego.